Well, it always helps to start your video, doesn't it? Hello, everyone. It's Nicola Cairncross here, and I'm going live today on my personal profile, which for some reason is making me unaccountably more nervous than usual. Normally, I'm absolutely fine because I know that going live on my YouTube channel or going live on my page on Facebook is likely to be a largely empty affair with tumbleweed running down the road. But today, I'm on my profile to see, because I like to test things, and I've been told I've got to go live more often, so here I am. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual show, if you can call it that, called What Worked, What Didn't, and What's Changing. So if you've got any comments, then do put them in the comments below, and I'll endeavour to answer any questions either next time or in writing, because it's all just too much for me. So what's happened this week? What's worked? So this is an accountability technique I was taught many years ago by a very great boss, one of my best bosses ever, called Benny Gray of the Space Organization. And he used to make us email in our what's worked, what hasn't, and what's changing just every Friday afternoon, and woe betide you if you went home before you did it, because it enabled him to keep a track on whether projects were moving along, whether you were stuck, if you needed help with anything, and if you said that you were stuck, then he would invariably turn up when you least expected him early next week. So one tried to get over one's own challenges before he turned up. This week it's been a really good week, actually. I've had some really nice interviews with people. I've had a few client calls, where people book in after watching my masterclass and come to talk to me about their business, which is always great fun. The interview, I've done a couple of, I've got one interview scheduled and I've done one interview. I did a 12-minute convo interview with Engel Jones. I'm so sorry, I keep saying Engel, it's Engel. And he's from the Caribbean, and he is an incredible person. He's done something like 1,500 12-minute conversations in the last couple of years, and it's just quite amazing what he's achieved. So he and his wife. So that was really good fun. In 12 minutes, you don't get much time, I tell you. It goes past really quick. And what it did was it made me go back and listen to the last time I was interviewed by Angel, and he asked me that time which song. He asked you to look up which song you really loved. I think is it the year you were born, the year and day you were born, or the month you were born? No, the week. I think it must have been, because they do charts in weeks, don't they? And mine was Superstition, Stevie Wonder. It came out the week I was born, which was quite amazing. Yeah, it doesn't sound right, that, does it? But anyway, I can't remember what he asked me, but it was definitely Superstition, Stevie Wonder. So we had a bit of a chat about Stevie Wonder in the 12 minutes. And I talked to him about what I'd achieved, and he told me a bit about what he was doing with the 12-minute convos. And he set himself the goal. I love it when people do challenges, don't you? I can never stick to them myself. My latest goal is to go live every single day, but that's proving a bit of a hurdle too far at the moment. What else has happened? I've had an interview confirmed with the big USA team. They're doing a virtual summit launch fairly soon. It's called Unleash AI for Business. And as I've got really, really into AI in the last year or so, after being introduced to it by Ed Dale, he of the 30-minute challenge, 30-day challenge, I should say. He got a lot of people started on internet marketing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being interviewed by them. What else has happened? I did a live recording of my masterclass last week, which is loosely called Bulletproof Your Business for 2025. And I did it for a group of very, very dynamic Gen X businesswomen. There's a great group, by the way, if you go and look for it, Susanna Hancock, and it's Gen X for business and social. And I would check it out if you are a Gen Xer. I just about scrape in. And I did a live recording of this masterclass, and it went really, really well. And I was so glad we got a recording. I'm always so much better live, this time notwithstanding. But I definitely can't do anything when there's a script. I have to do bullet points and then just follow the bullet points and speak naturally as if I was on stage or something. And that recording was pretty dynamic. I was really pleased with it. So lots of audience interaction as well, which is always a plus, isn't it? So the recording of that led to me being able to edit out the personal bits and put it into my funnel. So that's leading to my new intensive mentoring program, 3-month intensive mentoring program, which is loosely going to be called at the moment the Authority Accelerator Intensive. That's quite good, isn't it? And basically it's covering 9 to 12 calls over 12 weeks, depending on what you need and what you want. And it's covering all the stuff I've learned about how AI and automation and can really help you with authentic social media output, because I was struggling for a while a couple of years ago, and then AI came along and I tried playing with it, and I didn't like it much for a long time because I'm a writer. So I got a bit, uppity about whether AI can actually help you. But if you give it lots of good examples of your brand voice and your speaking voice and your writing voice, then you can really train it. And I think that's something people are missing at the moment with AI, is that it's ultimately trainable. So what I've done is started to create my own bots so that I can train each bot in a very specific manner. And then I can come along and use my own bot myself. And if I find it useful, then I'm sharing it with my mailing list. So that's going well. What didn't work this week? Well, trying to record Engel's first interview with me off the screen, because it's basically on screen. And I used to be able to record things like that using Zoom. And I also used to be able to record things like that using Camtasia. But now, even if I put my really decent microphone next to my really decent speaker, it just is recording it as garbled and wobbly. And it's really annoying because I can't get my Camtasia audio to record the system audio. I've uninstalled it, I've reinstalled it, it says it does it, I does it once, and then when I do a test, and then when I go to do it full time, it just doesn't work, which is infuriating. So if anyone's got any really good ways of recording stuff from your screen, I suppose they don't want you to copy stuff because of copyright, do they? But abysmal reach, that's another thing. That's why I'm going live every week, and why I'm going to try and go live every day, because it's really very hard to get any reach for your content now on social media, especially if, now this is my conundrum, you see, I write great blog posts, and then when lots of content and recommended reading and practical action steps and all that business. So I think they're really good quality posts, but you can't cram them into a social media post. So I've got some AI that's set up to review the post, summarize it, and make it sound enticing to get people to come over and read it. But then when you put a link to your blog in your social media post, it kills your reach. I've been experimenting with the @followers tag. You can't use it on LinkedIn or anything, but you can use it on Facebook. Not sure if you can use it on Instagram, must check that afterwards. But so that's actually definitely getting me to more people. But it's annoying because you don't want to leave out the link to your blog post in the social media post sharing the blog post, because it just means people have to go and hunt for it rather than just clicking straight through. So yeah, it's a tie-up between convenience and professionalism and reach. So I'm going to continue to puzzle that out a little bit. Emails, they're expensive, and they're getting more expensive, aren't they? I'm with Active Campaign, and they just keep putting the price up. And they not only do that, but they've started limiting the amount of emails you can send. And then you have to buy extra packets of emails, packets of numbers of emails. It's getting very annoying. Well, I can see that people are opening them, and I can see that some people are taking action. But I'm not convinced that most people under 30 actually read emails. And that's from watching the behaviour of our grown-up children. They don't actually want to get involved with emails at all. So I've got ManyChat that is good for Messenger, and I'm just going to have to force myself to use that a bit more. So if you're watching this and you fancy getting involved with helping me test my ManyChat, then do just DM me. And if you want to see the masterclass for free, which I've just got up there, do DM me the word masterclass, and you should get a link back by return automatically. Now that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's something I'm really quite excited to explore further. What is changing? No links in social media posts. That's what might be changing. I'm thinking of changing my automation so that it doesn't put a link in, but it gives you the URL to the blog without the HTTP bit to make it a live link. And or saying to people, DM me for a direct link, which I can set up to go out automatically if people put a keyword in. So I could do that. I'm going to trial. I'm always testing things, me. I'm going to trial offering an instant replay of the masterclass versus having to wait to watch me do it live next time on Zoom. So when people register for it, they get offered the chance to attend live and ask their questions, or watch a replay and send their questions in, and we'll see how many people do which, and I'll report back to you. Also, daily lives is going to be like, I have this every single week. I put daily lives, and then every single week I don't even do one, and I had to only force myself to do this one because Nelson's coming home soon and his girlfriend's arriving from Holland, so I won't get a chance to do a live privately unless I lock them out of the living room. Seems a bit cruel, doesn't it? So yeah, so that's what forced me online today, just before the end of business. And what else is changing? Well, my age is changing. It's my birthday on Sunday. I'm not telling you how old, but it's a lot older than I feel, put it that way. So going out for a lovely roast dinner with my kids and my daughter's flatmate and my son's girlfriend and anyone else that might want to come along. So, and then we're going to a pub, a big pub in Hove that's got jazz afterwards. So I love jazz, especially live jazz. So hopefully it'll be someone that's half decent. And then I won't mention it again afterwards, because although my age will have changed internally, I'm still the same. I hope this wasn't too, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't too incoherent. It definitely was more nerve-wracking doing it on my private profile page than my business page. But I'll be back if it has any response, if I get any comments. So if you've enjoyed this, what's worked, what hasn't, and what's changing, why not do it for your business this weekend? It's great because it's nice and positive. And you don't just beat yourself up, you actually work out what you can do differently, which is a very positive way forward for anyone's business. See you soon. Bye. Got to work out how to turn this off now. There we go.